We are making Sicilian hot Italian stuffing, and what we have here is we have you take off the skin of the sausage, and then you saute it with so you just saute it with onions, and this is what we're doing right now, and it is delicious. So you're going to really enjoy this meal, and we're going to continue with this here. So you take the sausage links and you take off the skin, and then you put the meat inside the frying pan, and you have it sauteed with the delicious onions. So you saute this until it is a brown, so there is no more red pigmentation in the meat. Once it is a golden brown, then it is basically cooked, and you can shut the heat off. It's important that you don't see any red, but you want to make sure that it is cooked completely. But as long as it is a nice brown consistency throughout, and you want to flip it over to make sure that it's all cooked. And if it's not all cooked, then you have to keep it going a little bit longer. Better be safe than sorry when you're eating sausage from a health standpoint as well. This recipe has been passed down through the Alba family, through Rosalia Santamaria Alba, who had 14 children, and they grew up on Federal Hill, on Toby Street, in Providence, Rhode Island. What you want to do is also drain the fat. So after you pour the meat into a big pan, you use a spatula that has holes in it, and you put that into another pan, and that way there the fat from the meats you can get rid of. I inadvertently dumped everything into the big pan because I didn't know about having to drain the fat. But then he says we got to get rid of the excess. I want to get rid of the excess fat. As you can see, it's on the bottom. So right now we're just siphoning out the meat, sifting it out. Alright, there we can get rid of the fat. Now with all the fat drained out of it, we just have the meat with the onions. We're now going to be putting some of the Italian breadcrumb as part of the mixture. You get any kind of Italian style breadcrumb. We're using Progresso. We had 1.5 pounds of sausage links, just to let you know, and we're going to use.
This will be a whole can of this.
One whole can of Progressive breadcrumbs. So that's 24 ounces for 1.5 pounds of sausage meat.
Garlic powder.
Then use garlic powder. And you don't measure, you just sprinkle it over the top. Be generous with that.
Now I'm gonna cut up olives.
Now we're going to have to cut up olives, which is another wonderful ingredient. We're now putting 2 eggs into the mixture, and we'll be adding olives to it as well. You dice up 10 olives, approximately 10 olives, for 1.5 pounds of sausage links. It was actually 1.5 packages of hot Italian sausage links. Obviously, if you like more olives, add more olives. I don't think you add a few extra olives, it's going to hurt the recipe one way or the other. But we adding the olives to complement and not to take the place of the overall flavor of the stuffing mixture. So it enhances it, but you don't want to just be tasting olives while you're eating, so you don't want to put too many olives in there. So make sure that you dice them up really well, that way they can be integrated into the blend in the mixture very well. We just added college and chicken stock. You
Any
notice
kind of chicken stock they want.
we get the unsalted variety because salt is not good for your heart. So we want to be a little health conscious. So, and then you just mix the mixture up as we're doing right now. You need good muscle strength, good arm strength, right? You need good muscle strength to be able to really mix this up. And you're using the entire package. This is 32 ounces, so 32 ounces for approximately 1.5 pounds. We might even have to add more. We'll have to wait and see, based on the consistency of the overall mixture.
Cover it over.
Okay. So we added approximately another.
I don't know if I'm going to put more. Wait a minute.
Another 8 ounces to get the consistency that we want. So you want to stir it in so it has, and you want to add enough broth so it's this type of consistency. Okay, so I'm just trying to show you a view. Okay. So you don't want it any more looser than that, and you don't want it any more thicker than that. So, as you can see, we're now going to cover this and then put it in the oven to cook for 350. So we're going to be having it cook in the oven for 350 for about half an hour to 45 minutes. You could also put this in the bird, the turkey, and have it cooked that way as well. Either option is fine.